photograph.
Okay, she apostrophe D. What is the meaning of this? She would. The full form is she would. Why is the full form she would? Why can't it be she had? She would. What is the verb? Laugh. What is laugh? This is a verb. That means an action verb. Verb is in V1 form. So she would. If the verb form is in V3 form, then it would be she had. Short. See, Betty and Dolly. Who are Betty and Dolly? Actually, in the first and foremost line, we came to know that the photograph is of three people, three girls. The photograph consists of three girls. Middle one is the poetess's mom. Left side one girl, right side one girl. They are none other than Betty and Dolly. Look how they dressed us for the beach. Look. Dressed us for beach. Who are they? Who are they? We have dressed. We have been dressed by somebody, right? Most probably by whom? Parents. Now she was recalling who the poetess mom was recalling. We were dressed by our parents who sent us for beach tour. The sea holiday was her past. Mine is her laughter. Short. There are two memories linked. One is the memory of her mother, and another one is the memory of the poetess. Her mother's memory is nothing but sea holiday. Whenever poetess's mom looked at the snapshot, what was the memory that flashed in her mother's mind? It was sea holiday. And what was the memory that flashed in poetess's mind? It was her mother's laughter. Her mother was recalling about her sea holiday, and the poetess was recalling about her mother's laughter. And both rhyme with the labored ease of loss. It's nothing but going through with a change. Going through with a change. Now, the poetess has gone through with a change. Poetess's mom has gone through with a change. Both rhyme with the labored ease of loss. Labored ease of loss. This is the only complex line in the sentence, labored ease. What is the meaning of labored ease? Labor is nothing but hard work. Ease is something which is very light. How come a hard work can be taken into consideration on lighter note? My hard work can never be taken into consideration on lighter note. So these are two different contradicting words. Am I right or not? Am I right or not? Hell and heaven. Are these two words contradicting or not? Hell is nothing but it is a punishment. Heaven is nothing but paradise. You enjoy, you have a lot of peace and joy. These are two different words which are not linked, interlinked on the same league. Words are contradicting in their meaning. The figure of speech is nothing but, what is it? Oxymoron. O-X-Y-M-O-R-O-N. Oxymoron. Oxymoron is a figure of speech. Now, what is the meaning of labored ease of loss? The poetess mother has worked hard to take those memories easy of that loss. For poetess's mom, what is the labor ease of loss? Her childhood. And what about the poetess? What is the loss? Her mother itself. Now, what am I saying is, you failed. So I am saying, take it easy. Sir, how come I take it easy, sir? I'm trying a lot to forget all those things, that bad phase, but I'm not able to take it easy. That is nothing but labored ease of loss. What is the loss? Failing in the exam is your loss. Her mother has gone with a labored ease of loss. Her daughter has gone with the labored ease of. Her mother's labored ease of loss is nothing but her childhood and her laughter, and the poetess, her mother itself. Mother lady. Last stanza. Now, yes. Very good. All of you start talking. Start talking. Talk something with one another. Talk with one another. Anything. Silence. Okay, very good. Now, it's a small, what is it, practical experiment. For I can make you silence. Am I right or not? Why? Because it means it can only be done by humans. Am I right or not? It is human characteristic trait. Am I right or not? It is a human characteristic trait. Can it be done by same non-living beings? No, it is not done. So, when a non-living being or an inanimated thing does the work of a human being, that is nothing but personification in figure of speech. And for example, if the table, can the table shout at you? Can the table shout at you like, quiet? No. Nearly as many years as that girl lived. Now, once again I am reading, she had been dead as long as that girl lived. This is spoken by the poetess. Who is that girl she was talking about? Her mother. She had been lived as many years as, see, she had been dead nearly as many years as she lived. How many years she lived? It is a simple analytical question. Simple analytical question. The analysis is simple. How old was she, the mother? At the photograph, at the time of photograph, 12 years, very good. And how many years it has been? Now she had been dead. Okay, now she is no more. How many years it's been since she was dead? Nearly as many years as that girl lived. And of this circumstance, this is nothing to say at all. Now I am talking about the circumstance. What is the meaning of circumstance? The meaning of circumstance is the result of an action. What is the result of an action? Something happened. What happened? Death. Whose death? Poetess's mother's death. The circumstance of the result is it silences. It silence. It's silence silences. It represents death. Her mother's death. That death has made us quiet, silence. Silence means nothing but happiness, joy, belongingness, and all these things are washed away, because with her mother's death, person can make other person silence. For example, with sudden death, all of you became silent. It means death made it, because death has got no physical power to make anything possible. Am I right or not? Because it is inanimated thing. Animated thing has got power to do something. Inanimated thing has no power to do anything, because it is motionless. It is lifeless. When the lifeless thing does any lively thing, it is nothing but a personification. Now, another word is there. Transient feet. The feet which are temporary. The feet which are not permanent. What is the meaning of feet? What is the figure of speech of the feet here? Figure of speech is, again there is another figure of speech. That is synecdoche. What is it? Synecdoche. SYNECDOCH. Part represents the whole thing. Understand? That is called synecdoche. Sir, I did not understand. How come a part represents the whole thing? For example, mom was not feeling well, so I recruited who? A helping hand to my mom. Helping hand in the sense, did I recruit any helping hand in the sense a hand comes and helps and goes? Every day hand comes. What about the body? So, I represent helping hand in the sense the whole person that is made. I have bought 4-wheeler. Then what about the engine, sir? Steering? I add on, sir. I came in my 2-wheeler. Sir, only wheels are, sir. Wheels, how, sir? 2-wheeler in the sense represents bike. So a part represents the whole thing, is nothing but synecdoche. Here, transient feet. That means the feet which are not permanent. Then it is not feet. People, person. Her mother is not permanent. She is mortal. What is the meaning of mortal? Not permanent. Is it still what is young and energetic? No. Along with the feet, the whole. So here, feet represents whole body. Feet represent whole body. Understand? The objectives that you have come across in this poem, the main objective is figure of speech. What is the theme of the poem? and daughter relation. Tone of the poem. Tone of the poem is nothing but nostalgic. What is the meaning of nostalgic? You all know, remembering the reminiscences. I'll conduct a very small quiz.
What is the meaning of paddling? Paddling. Walking by the sea. Walking by the okay. Anybody said different answer? Very good. Okay, fine. What is the purpose?
When my mother was smiling to her.
Okay.
Reach,
Reach.
when they were standing still and smiling to them.
Temporary or
I'm asking meaning, I am not asking the meaning. Always remember figure of speech. Transient means what is it? It is our adjective does. In parts of speech, whatever adjective does, the same thing is done by avoiding divided figure of speech. What is it? Etiquette. What is it? EPICHID. Etiquette. What is